Hi guys, thank you for stopping by to share with Julie today. I hope you're having a fantabulous day today, guys. In this video I want to talk and touch a little bit on leaving Neverland. I touched on this on my other channel, but I feel that the need that I should say this here because I have a bigger audience here. And so I wanted to touch on it because I know that some people will probably watch the so-called documentary and they actually believe it, and I am thinking they believe that it's true, and which I think is sad because it tells the extent to which you know, we are allowing others to control our thinking without us doing any analysis or any critical thinking or asking questions. And I think the response to leaving Neverland was actually the perfect example of how you know, people can manipulate us, because I mean, we're humans, we feel, you know, and there are some sick people among us who will seek to manipulate our emotions and the way we feel. And I think what they did with leaving Neverland was created a movie with a lot of untrue, and don't take my word for it. A lot of the information that they have put in that movie can be fact checked, and believe me, when you fact check it, you will be surprised at the you'll probably be disgusted at the blatant lies that were told. And it says to me how little these people think of us, how unintelligent they think we are, how much they think that we don't think that they could put something out like that and think that we people who are willing to think for themselves, people who are willing to ask questions, are not going to realize it. I find that, and I say this, and I don't mean to be insulting to people who watch it and believe it wholeheartedly, but what I find is that the people who watch it and believe all of it are people who have not checked anything. They have watched it and they have accepted it as true. You don't do that. It's not even whether you like Michael Jackson or not. You don't do that. Because it's clear that it's not a documentary. That much is clear. It is not a documentary. And I think there are personal vendettas. I think there's a bit of racism in that also. And I think that documentary is being used as a tool to destroy Michael's legacy. That's what I think. And the two so-called accused, before you judge Michael, you need to look at these two individuals. These two individuals are not what they present. I mean, if you really have a trained eye, you can see and you can pick up that they are lying. But I do understand that some people might not be able to pick this up readily. But at least, you know, Robson, for example, this guy swore that Michael Jackson did not touch him. He was one of the first witnesses for the defense. He was a strong witness. This guy withstood a rigorous cross-examination. If he was lying then, they would have found him out. He wasn't lying then when he said Michael Jackson didn't touch him. What he's doing, he's lying now. He has, over the years, and since the death of Michael Jackson, he has had nothing but good things to say. he has had nothing but good thing to say. Some of the best compliments you could find. This was a guy who even wanted to have his wedding at Neverland. Yet, now he comes with this story only after he did not get a role in a Circus Soleil position that he wanted. Then he comes with this story, which is, you know, you can see it's you know, why he was disappointed, and then after, you know, suddenly he comes with this. He was abused. 2013, he and the other co-accused, you know, filed a lawsuit against the estate. Listen, these two were never interested in anything criminal, in any criminal charges. What they wanted, right, is a civil claim because they want money. They sued the estate for $1.5 billion. We're not talking chicken feed here. $1.5 billion. And listen to me, the testimony was so ridiculous, and they kept changing the story. I mean, the judge ended up throwing that out. There's a really nice video giving the breakdown, especially as it pertains to SafeChuck's allegation. I don't know if I'll get a chance to upload it here for those of you who might be interested in watching it, or I'll probably put a link below to the original video. And you know, these two are lying. I mean, all the timelines, you know, all the timelines are all wrong, lies. You know, they even have incidences in the movie where, you know, they try to paint a particular picture where there are other people who they excluded out of it because those people would have a different story. There even seem to be clues that they actually used somebody to act as Michael in the film. So listen, these people are underhanded. They use Oprah. I'm very disappointed in the fact that Oprah was a part of this. You know, some people are excusing Oprah because they say she was abused. No, I'm not excusing Oprah. You know, Oprah knew exactly what she was doing. And she did it on purpose. And maybe like Don Reed, she's a gun for hire. Maybe, you know, she's under somebody's thumb, under the radar. You know, maybe somebody's collecting a favor. You know, maybe she just wanted to get Michael for a long time, and, you know, she could collude with whomever to get it done. But I know she know about this, because, you know, it's like I was saying to my sister, you know, because we were talking about the fact that, you know, she actually watched it on her birthday on David Giffen's boat. And my sister and I was saying to my sister, isn't that weird? Who watches something like that on their birthday? And my sister was like, that's because she knows it's not real. She knows it's a made up. And, you know, and that was an excellent point. She knows it's not real. Oprah is a seasoned woman. She's a journalist. If I can spot that they're lying, and I think a child could probably spot that they're lying, Oprah could spot that they're lying. But I think she knew about this. I think she probably knew about it from it was in the works, you know. And Oprah is supposedly credible. So they wanted Oprah to endorse it, and endorse it she did. But Oprah, I see through you, girl. We see you. We see you. We see what you're doing. We see what you're doing. And I try to share, because it's disturbing on a number of levels. I don't believe Michael is guilty. Michael may be misunderstood. There are some people who are, oh, like, you know, he got people in his bedroom. The man's bedroom was 2-story. Come on, you know. Not because you don't understand somebody, not because that they are different, it doesn't mean that they are guilty of a crime. You know, it doesn't mean that they are different. You know, Michael Jackson was different, and that's what made him the musical genius he was. Michael Jackson was music, and music was Michael. You know, and it's though he was different. He lived a sheltered life. And I hear a lot of people saying, oh, take Michael out of the picture. Would you this, that? You cannot take Michael out of the picture because the story would not be the same. He has had a different life. Michael is Michael, unique, unlike anybody else. And not because he's unique, not because he's different, it does not mean that he's guilty. And I think that before people be willing to throw someone under a bus or to trample on someone's reputation, at least take a moment to look at the evidence, look at the people who are accusing. We know that too many times there are people who have cried wolves. Okay? We know that. It constantly happens. There are people who say, this person did that to me. There are people who wrote a book to say that their parent had abused them sexually and it was a lie. This is the extent to which people will go for money and fame. Michael Jackson was a big target, and his love for kids, his genuine love for kids and wanting to do things to make them happy and to make the world happy. I think that is what made him a target, you know. And I just want to say to people, before you pass judgment, you know, at least do some fact check, because I think once you see what is there, you will not be so quick to judge and so quick to point a finger. You know, and not just with Michael Jackson, with any scenario or anyone, you know, always be willing, whenever it comes to someone's reputation, whenever you're playing with somebody's life, someone's credibility, you don't take that lightly. Never take that lightly. And that is a stance that we should always take in our lives. Because, you know, it could be that person today, but it could be somebody, and you might not care about that person, but it could be someone that you care about tomorrow that is victimized by a precedent that you basically co-signed to. Because we cannot accept this you know, thing where they're saying now, you know, if someone is a victim, come out and say that they're a victim, we automatically believe them. I am not going to do that, because not everyone who says I'm a victim is a victim. Not everyone who says I'm a victim. And I think this is the perfect case. I think this is a perfect case. And to be honest, I think the truth will prevail. There's so much. I mean, there's so much that I could talk about, and I'm not going to get into too much of it. You know, I know some people, and maybe I'll do that in another. I know some people talk about, oh, you know, Michael, the first case where a payment, you know, Michael paid or whatnot. But you just remember, Michael did not make this decision in isolation. He was advised to do this. That is why someone like Michael has a legal team. You know, he was touring. I mean, that would have cost him hundreds of millions of dollars, and you know, they figured, you know, just do it this way and move on. And I think that was a mistake. That was a mistake, you know, because it opened the door for more liars to come, you know, come through. And this is why I'm glad that, you know, Michael was willing to fight and say, you know, enough is enough, you know, because there are a lot of vultures out there who believe people hold them something. Michael has been working since he was 5 years old. You have people like Safe Chuck and Robson who feel that they are entitled to something. No, you're not entitled to anything from this man who has been working his whole life to achieve what he has achieved, that, you know, you want to take from him. But there is money involved, you know, there is money involved. Either they want to get it from the estate, or they have been paid, because there are people who have been approached to take part in supposedly a film about Michael Jackson, and we don't know. The thing is, because listen, just as though people could make a film and have you pee your pants because you say it's, you know, it's not real. You know that, oh gosh, the ghosts don't get up out the ground like that. Okay, you know it's not real. But in that moment when you're watching it, you know, it's real for you. And this is what was done. As I say, this is a film. This is not a documentary. You know, don't just accept it. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. I've heard people say it must be true because HBO put it out there. Or they, listen, the accusers and HBO, they're relying on the law that says you cannot defame the dead. You cannot defame the dead. If there was a law in place that allows one to defend the dead, they would have think twice, because their lies have already unraveled. Look, it's not even a case, and everybody who has done any kind of investigation is already seeing the lies. The only people who have not seen it or have not seen the lies are the ones who don't want to see or have not done any checks at all. So that believe me, if you check, you will see the information is there. And anyway, I'll put some links below. You can check it out. I know this is pretty long, but you know, I just wanted to have my piece on this, and I know it would be kind of long, but anyway guys, I hope you found this useful. Subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. Don't forget, be the change you'd like to see in this world. Have a fantabulous day today, guys.